Hello, hello, and welcome back as I sit down to write up a couple members of the engineering team for gross incompetence. In Perfidious, Pete plays XCOM, War of the Chosen, and when I say a couple members of the team, you guys know really I just mean George Harris, the most worthless engineer who has ever lived. I'm talking to you, Harris. I don't want to say I'm going to have to let you go, but I kind of feel like maybe we're going to have to let you go. Setting up our vital satellite link here right under the belly of the Avenger, almost directly below the reactor core where the magnetic shielding is going to prevent it from receiving any kind of transmissions. What the hell were you thinking, man? What if the resistance, what if a resistance haven got attacked right now? We'd never know, George. We'd never know. Because Den Mother wouldn't be able to call us just in time for us to watch her die. She would have to die unwitnessed, and it would be your fault, Harrison. Harris, George Harris, if that is your real name. We all know you're just disguising things. Also, we're going to build a defense matrix down here. Daniel Hall, you can, I mean, that's fine. You know, Hall, you're all right with me. We're not going to write you up. It's this Harris cat who's getting written up for the... And you know what, Harris? Don't give me any of that old, oh, I never received any actual proper training, Pete. I had to learn on the job. I spent my whole life in service to XCOM wielding a shovel and a pickaxe down in the bowels of the Avenger. You know what, Harris? That's no excuse. If you're not sure how to perform a task around here at XCOM, you know what? You ask, damn it. That's how this is supposed to work. You don't just guess and then hope no one notices how catastrophically you dicked up your task. That may be the way things worked when you were a member of the Fab Four, but that's not the way things work here, George. And you know, if it was the way things worked in the Fab Four, I guess that would explain Ringo Starr, but I digress. It's not how things work here, damn it. They're just unacceptable behavior. Make contact with the local resistance. All right, so we can't actually do our black site coordinates yet because we got to get all the way over to New Mexico where there's a level 5 facility. That's largish. Ball of dirt, I'm gonna come burn your house down in a minute. As soon as I finish making contact here, I'm heading... You know what? I think maybe we'll just go kill Ball of dirt. Why dawdle, really? Is there any particular motivation or reason for us? Well, okay, there's probably gonna be... Yeah, there's one specific reason for you to maybe not go kill Ball of dirt right now, Pete, and it's because the alien victory is currently imminent. So probably we'll do something about that instead then. Alright, what are our 2 safety valves? We got a level 1 facility in Western Europe and a level 1 facility in Eastern Europe. Delightful. Well, I guess we'll hit the one in West Asia then. There is an extremely powerful and dangerous alien guarding this location. I was a little worried about the extremely powerful and dangerous aliens earlier, but you know what? I think at this point, I'm not really concerned about extremely powerful or dangerous aliens anymore. Alien rulers? It's time to show them how one truly rules when they're wielding an iron fist. And I'm not talking about Iron Fist, the Netflix series, because it's bad. It almost makes me glad that they killed Loras Tyrell in Game of Thrones, by the way. Spoiler for Game of Thrones if you're, watching from 3 years ago. It almost makes me glad that they killed him, though, because I kind of feel like he deserves it a little. Rihanna got bumped to max level. That's fantastic. We're probably not going to take her on this mission. Instead, let's take the ghost, Keanu Reeves, and we'll give him his Stephanie Germanata. Take a little bit of Lady Gaga with you. I mean, we all take a little bit of Lady Gaga with us wherever we go, I kind of think, but... Maddie Mac, let's get you in on this. We should probably go with Woody Hemp Pants Harrelson, and we'll give him his Kristen Wiffleball Stewart. We are trying to get her promoted, and then Matthew McConaughey, we have sent you out with Kirsten Dunst on numerous occasions, and on each of those occasions you have failed to form a bond. I don't understand what it is. Is it your proclivity for involving yourself with high school girls? Is that what it is? That's the only thing that's the only explanation I can think of. So we're going to take Keanu and take away the Shadowlance and give him Superior Scope, Superior Expanded Magazine. Yeah, okay. Keanu, you're our damage shooter. Do we want to use Keanu as our damage shooter? We need somebody to be our execution specialist. Keanu from Stealth is going to ignore 4 points of armor, which means his weapon is basically going to be doing 100% damage all the time. Lady Gaga, got you carrying a med kit. I actually like that. Med kit is good. Do you have a special weapon? You do not. We'll come back to you then in a moment, Lady Gaga. Matthew, okay, Woody Harrelson, which one have you got? You have an execution weapon, correct? You have a regular repeater and a superior expanded magazine. We got to do better. We want superior expanded magazine, superior repeater. Yes. You're our single target execution specialist, Woody. We're putting a lot of pressure on you here. And just to help you out a little bit, we're going to give you some dragon rounds to up your overall damage. Although, it occurs to me, with needle and AP rounds, that might be better on Keanu Reeves. Because then he's ignoring 4 points of armor. If we set him to banish with, like, eye to execute, he's got a pretty good shot of taking down. You know what? We got to do it. All right, Woods. I'm sorry, buddy. We're going to switch you around a bit. Just take a regular gun for a minute. If we do this with Keanu, he's got a better than average chance. Although he does... Here's the thing. Keanu has Annihilate. Woody Harrelson does not. Maybe we switch this up. Because Woody can only... He can only hit one target. Like, he can only banish... Yeah, this is actually a better use of company resources. This is what we're going to do. So take Superior Expanded Magazine, Superior Repeater, and then get rid of those Dragon rounds, take the AP rounds. And I hope you have Needle. Do you have Needle? If you don't, we may buy it. You have Banish. You do not have Needle, though. I thought you had Needle, Woody. Spotter adjacency bonus. Can we train you in here? Okay, you know what? We're just going to buy you Needle. I will spend 12 of my precious ability points to get you a much-needed ability. You know what? We're going, like, full bore with Woody Harrelson here. We've got him tooled up for one purpose, Woody. We have trained you, spent all of our assets and resources preparing you for this day. Now you're ready. Keanu Reeves can take our Dragon rounds, and since he has Annihilate, he's better in, like, a wide category damage perspective. Matthew McConaughey, I believe you also have Banish. Let's give you a good weapon, if not necessarily a superior weapon. Repeater, Superior Expanded Magazine seems respectable. We should probably give Kirsten Ficus Dunst a decent weapon, if possible, because, you know, Scope and Superior Repeater, alright. Kirsten Dunst does have Execute, and we can give her blue screen rounds in case we run into a robot. I like that plan. And you know what? Instead of the med kit here for Lady Gaga, let's give her a Skulljack. Wait, we don't need to skull... Never mind, never mind. I'm jumping the gun on that. We don't actually need to Skulljack. We don't have to Skulljack a Codex yet. We're not to that place yet. We still have to go to... I think we have to hit the... We have to do the Codex brain, and we're still researching it. Wiffle ball? I mean, I got nothing to give you, girl, but a freedom pole. So head on out there, and let's do this. Do you think that's how Robert Pattinson referred to it when he would engage in intimate activities with Kristen Stewart? He'd be like, "Hey, Kristen, you wanna climb the old freedom pole?" Like, probably not, though. He seems like a more with it individual. Like, our Pats has decided that he should quietly fade into obscurity, and I think by and large he made a good decision. He's like, you know what? I have enough money. Heart got broken. I think I'm just gonna take a little time and not be in the public eye anymore, and I'm just gonna go be me. I have all the money I could ever want or need. I'm just gonna go, you know, quietly raise a family somewhere out of the public eye. Good thinking, Robert. Good thinking. Either that, or he's just like an emotionally hollowed out husk because Kristen Stewart destroyed and ravaged his soul. That's the other option. He didn't retreat from the public eye so much as just fall weeping into a pit of despair. He's fallen into an oubliette of despair instead. I think that's a weird thing to concern yourself with. Like, is Robert Pattinson okay? Is that an odd thing to be concerned about? Probably. Especially for, like, a middle-aged Midwestern dude. It seems like an exceptionally odd thing to concern yourself with. Any bad guys around here, Woody? Nope. Well, then. Go find me an alien king so we can kill him. It's like, I mean, they're around somewhere. Go snuff them out. I mean... Well, sniff them out, and then snuff them out. It's the old sniff and snuff. The patented Perfidious Pete sniff and snuff maneuver. Sniff them out, then snuff them out. That is not an alien ruler. It's an Andromedon, which is super irritating, and a bunch of specters, which are equally irritating. But it's not an alien ruler. Let's set up to take this pod down. Double specters. Andromedons are very problematic for us. Last time we got lucky enough that one wandered into an explosive substance that we could use to basically detonate it in one swing. I heard what sounds like some manner of robot. Pretty sure that was a sectopod. I believe I heard the subtle soft sounds of a sectopod. Well, there's a turret up there. And what appears to be the Archon. Well then, this is going to be an interesting mission. So the Archon King is here. Alright, Ficus, head up here and see if you can get eyes on that sectopod. No? Oh. I don't suppose you could whip a claymore. What can we remote start here? We can remote start a forklift. Interesting, but not exceptionally useful. Matthew Flat Circle McConaughey. You slide up here like a Johnny Resnick tune. Lady Gaga, we're just going to bring you around the corner. This pod does not seem to be patrolling. Let's get Hemp Pants up here to give you guys a little extra fire support. And you know what, Woody? Get right up there in it. That sectopod is actually over in this direction. More turrets. Alien ruler.
Must surely be the modified subject Dr. Valen had been experimenting.
Yeah, it has so much friggin' health, though. Like, just an absolute ridiculous amount of health. An almost absurd health total, if you will.
I go where I am needed.
And we still, after he's dead, we still have a sectopod to deal with. Kristen Dunst, you're actually probably fine right where you're at. Just hold up for a minute. Matthew, why don't you also hold up?
No one will cross.
Freedom Pole, I would really like for somebody to find that sectopod just so we know where the hell it is.
I am on the move.
It could be in the building. If it's in the building, it's going to start patrolling around and smashing down walls, though, so we'll find it. Don't, by the way, hire sectopod security to secure your facility when they say that, you know, they're conscientious and careful with your property and whatnot. It's false advertising. They're not careful at all.
The trap is set.
So we'll have Kirsten Dunst whip a claymore out there. And then we're going to follow that up with, I think Matthew McConaughey can whip one up here as well. Still catch everybody. And I don't want to overcommit on this Andromedon because it doesn't really matter what we do. The Andromedon's not going to be able to kill two people. So you know what? Wiffle ball, you got a shot here, right? Yeah. Well, you also still have somebody who hasn't taken... Let's have Kirsten. You know what, Ficus, you detonate this one, actually. This should get both of the Spectres and badly injure the Andromedon. Spectres are dead. We, of course, destroyed the loot. The Andromeda's just going to stand there. Oh, never mind. I mean, I thought he was just going to stand there, but apparently I was mistaken. Somebody has blue screen rounds. I believe that's you, Matthew McConaughey? Nope. Your minimum damage is a kill, but your hit percentage is a little lower than I'm comfortable with. What are you rocking the blue screens? You can't miss. And your minimum damage... Alright, well, this is all you, Woody. Except, Pete, you always forget this isn't actually a kill shot. It's not actually a kill. You gotta be careful. He didn't die, though. He just kind of resurrected himself. So this guy's gonna run around and make puddles of slop everywhere. The question then becomes, how do we want to handle him? 2 shots probably doesn't kill him unless one of those shots is from our blue screen rounds. Who's toting those, by the way? Keanu, do you have the blue screens? Also, can you see that guy from here? You can. You think? Almost certainly.
I go where you tell me.
Keanu is a damage shooter. He's got our needle. 7 to 8. Who's toting my blue screen rounds? Is it Woody Harrelson? Is it Matthew McConaughey? Who has the blue screens? We got a number of people who could reach out and touch this man to soften him up. It's not Lady Gaga. Was it Kristen Stewart? No. It must have been Woody Harrelson, I guess. I hate to use all of my shadow attacks right now, but I kind of feel like we got to use all of our shadow attacks. These Andromedons are proving themselves to be very problematic for us. 7 damage there for a flat circle. Lady Gaga, you have Sting as well. Let's get you up here. We're not going to be able to get a kill with Lady Gaga. Well, 8 to 9. Yeah, so go ahead and sting him. And then we can have somebody else finish him off with Silent Killer. A little bit of a blood trail there. Lady Gaga doing some work. And Wiffle Ball can ride the Freedom Pole all the way to victory. No need to sting here. Silent Killer is going to take care of this one. And we don't have to worry about the map being cluttered with like a pustulant ooze. And Kristen Stewart picked herself up an ability point for that ambush kill. So then, Keanu, I think we're going to bring you over here.
My life is in your hands.
And get you ready to banish the Archon. It's going to be you and Woody Harrelson working probably in tandem to banish the Archon. You'd have Lady Gaga whip a grenade up there if we wanted to.
Moving as ordered.
That's not a terrifically bad idea, because we could also maybe take out that turret. I don't suppose you could detonate anything useful, Lady Gaga? Just that same forklift. So we can catch a piece of you, but also take out the turret. That seems like a solid compromise. Lady Gaga whips up the cavalcade shrapnel, and then we can have Woody Hemp Pants Harrelson. You know, I think we want to have Hemp Pants kind of cool his heels for a minute. Kristen, go ahead and reload. She needs to reload, so we're going to let her. And then detonate this. The Archon can fly, so mostly what we were interested in there was shredding his armor.
Take that thing down before it has a chance to run.
Settle your shit down.
I am on the move.
Then you move here. You want Overwatch. Because remember, we got to have all of our best killers ready to fire on the same turn and ready to work in tandem. We want everybody who has Banish ready to throw a Banish if we need it to get the Archon King. Go ahead and reload, Matthew McConaughey. Even though you are near a fire, Woody Hemp Pants Harrelson. Have you reload. And is there any place you could go to get a height advantage? Yeah, come up here then.
Moving out.
Or to negate the Archon King's height advantage is really what we're looking for. Ficus, just go and reload. And now we can send an absolute cavalcade of shooters into this guy on our turn. Got vision on the target because part of the building burned down. Well then, Woody Harrelson, we set you up to be the man with execute. So, you know, your hit percentage is absolutely abominable, though. Like, it's god-awful. What if we move you closer?
I will reposition.
You actually can no longer see the target. All you can see is instead a worthless super heavy turret. That's a problem. I don't suppose you could throw a claymore up there, can you? Of course not. Well then. That's a bit of a sticky wicket. Wiffle Ball, we don't want to have you take your last action. Can you get a claymore up here? No. I mean, no. Well, kinda. Can you get onto that rooftop? It doesn't look like we're going to be able to hit the Archon King this turn. We're going to have to wait one. It's fine. We got no reason to rush. We're not in any hurry. I think maybe the rest of the team just stays put. What's your hit percent? Okay, you're at 80%. Kirsten Dunst, that's respectable. Let's try and position everybody where they're going to have good chances, good solid shots to hit here. 74%. It's not as high as I would like, but it's okay. Lady Gaga, you don't have Banish, so you barely matter. we might send you up high. You know what? We're going to send you, Lady Gaga, up here, and you can maybe detonate Freedom Pole's, no, not the turret. Woody, you got to be able to see the Archon. Can you see it from here? No. You got to get in a spot. Okay, you know what, Woody? Come over here, then. That was not the tile I wanted, but as misclicks go, that one was fairly minor. What's your hit percentage like, Keanu? Okay, Keanu! Just gonna do a number on them. Alright, everybody else, settle your shit down. We're gonna wait one, then we take them down. Gaga, you're gonna trigger this Claymore from Kirsten. Let's just put this out here. I'm gonna do this first because I'm worried that this is gonna destroy like a big chunk of the facility and maybe expose us to potential sectopod advances. And I don't want a sectopod advancing on me. I mean, no means no, sectopod. Come on. Did you not get the memo? No means no, bro. There goes the turret. Okay, we're good. Sectopod is not revealed, so Woody Harrelson, then. If we have you go for the execute bayonet, you only have a 63% chance to hit this man. Woody Harrelson, you are a terrible shot. Well, you know, I honestly, Woody, don't really feel like your chances are going to get any better. We'll move you one tile closer for an extra, very minor percentage. Empty the clip. You have the superior repeater here, and the AP rounds and the needle. We're looking for an execution. Another 7. So far, so good. Back-to-back hits for Woody. You got 4 left to burn. 3 hits in a row. It's the plush banana. 5 hits and a whiff. All things considered, fairly respectable. Keanu, I know you have Annihilate, but you also have huge damage and a much better chance to hit. Take him down.
Will be the end.
10 damage. Plus he's on fire. Keanu's doing work, though. 8 damage. Got 4 shots left to go. Come on, Keanu. Missed the 3rd one. 4th is a hit. 2 left. Back-to-back, 18 damage. He's real hurt. Kirsten Dunst, you only have 3 shots. Matthew McConaughey, you have more. We need somebody who can do big damage to close out the day, though. You know what, Matthew McConaughey, you have a terrible chance to hit. I think maybe we let Kirsten Dunst try. She had a better chance. 65s? Do it, Kirsten.
This world is ours.
Great start. Kirsten Dunst has our blue screen rounds. Okay, Kirsten Dunst came up a little short. Freedom Pole. Freedom Pole might be able to finish him off. Well, Matthew McConaughey, I mean, it's got to be done. You have a terrible chance to hit, but it ain't getting any safer. You got 6 shots here. Make them count. That one did not count. That one also did not count. That one likewise did not count. I think you hit him once. Twice. Just off the mark. You shot 6 times, got 1 hit, and you call that just off the mark? It's not really how just off the mark goes. That's all the way off the mark. But don't worry, Wiffle Ball's here to kill an Archon King. And she damn well better be getting promoted at the end of this one. 8 ability points. Kristen Stewart, immediate promotion. Yeah, we'll get right on that, Dr. Tigan, because, you know, we can't actually use any of the stuff that we might get from researching it. Well, we were worried about the Archon rulers, but apparently there's some manner of bug that if everybody except for the person who took an action is still cloaked, they don't seem to get reactions as they should against characters who are cloaked, because I guess they never retaliate against the person who shoots them. There's got to be something with the way they're coded that prevents them from successfully interacting. Because that guy never got a ruler reaction move, not even one time. We just want to make sure everybody's in shadow. There is still a sectopod running around here somewhere.
Keep an eye on it.
You'll keep an ey on the sectopod? Well, that's nice of you. I appreciate... You know what? I appreciate your gung-ho attitude and your willingness to volunteer for dangerous and difficult duties. Be like, hey, there's a sectopod around here. She's like, don't worry, I'll keep an eye on it. Is that what you told Robert Pattinson about your relationship with the director of Snow White and the Huntsman? Be like, don't worry about it, Robert. I'll keep an eye on it.
I am trusting you.
Is that what you told him, too? You fucking broke his heart?
I go where you tell me.
Alright, Pete. The only heartbreaker in this campaign is old Matty Mac, if you know what I'm saying. I've been breaking hearts since Dazed and Confused, and just, well, that's why I'm so desperately lonely, Pete, because I spent all my time breaking hearts and never managed to form a meaningful relationship. Really, probably should have reconsidered my life script a little bit, Pete. Might be a little bit of a happier man.
I go where you tell me.
I'd be happier if somebody could get eyes on the damn sectopod. Oh, good, it's, you know, right there.
About experimenting on us.
Well, I mean, I did say I wanted somebody to go find it, so mission accomplished.
I can cover it.
It's not moving, because if it was wandering around, this facility would already be leveled.
Sight beyond vision.
So I don't have any, what's the deal here, XCOM? Oh, door jammed for a minute. They had a Star Trek moment where they're like, you know, you thought those doors just opened automatically, but there were actually stagehands on either side prying them open. And the stagehand fucking fell asleep on this one.
Not too far.
What are you talking about? It's not too far. You're basically running the entire length of the map.
No time to spare.
Oh god, Kirsten Dunst is not concealed. Way to go off half-cock, Kirsten. Nice work. That's, brilliance personified. Exactly what we've come to expect from Kirsten Dunst. These guys are going to wander now and step on Lady Gaga because they're going towards Kirsten Dunst. Yep, we're dead.
We can no longer hide.
Well, I mean, they aren't really trying. They stepped on every single member of our squad. Well, this is a giant trash fire. Okay. Well, we gotta figure out a way to make this work. And our team is poorly positioned, and we don't have a super fundity of explosives. So, can we remote start anything that will be useful? I don't actually think that remote start will be potentially useful because it's 1-4 up, and I don't think that explosion will go down. Matthew McConaughey moves, and Matthew McConaughey is in deep shit. We've already used almost all of our banishes, which is very bad. So where's that other unit? So we got a shield bearer over here. I'm just looking at our potential assets. We got a shield bearer. We need Kristen Stewart. We need somebody with the blue screens in a place where they can actually put the blue screens on the robot. Well, at this point, there's really no point in trying to remain concealed, is there? And the jig is up. 100% chance to hit the robot. We do have Shredder, so we're going to reduce his armor a little bit. This might be a worthwhile first shot, actually. And in fact, we could pull this off and still be concealed. You know what?
I was born in the shadows.
Kirsten Dunst was born in the shadows. I don't know if you guys know that or not. Go ahead and hit him for 12 to 13 with the sting. Shredded 4 of his armor. Got 7 damage. We put a little bit into him. Still got a ways to go. Matthew McConaughey is not yet revealed. When that man explodes, he will not damage Matthew McConaughey because McConaughey is not close enough. And as long as he's still concealed, we don't really have to worry about... Let's open things up a little bit here with the Claymore. The Claymore's going to give us as much or more damage than anything else we might do, and it'll shred that last point of armor, although Matthew McConaughey does also have Shredder, so... But there's no way for him to shoot and remain concealed. He can do this and remain concealed. Also, he has a repeater, and if he accidentally executed the sectopod, that would be extraordinarily bad news for our boy Keanu Reeves. Or rather, our boy Woody Hemp Pants Harrelson. So let's have Woody get the hell out of Dodge. Is there any place good Woody can be? We have to kill this man at the end of this turn. Keanu's got a strong chance at the purifier, but what if he explodes? If we can get a little bit more damage, just a little bit, we might be able to silent killer that guy. Okay, so Hemp Pants, back the truck up. Lady Gaga, you are no longer concealed, correct? You are not. So the most useful thing you can do here, Gaga, is probably just shoot. So let's have you just shoot. Although, you know what? You could be concealed at the end of this.
I was born in the shadows.
Woody, you're going to be exposed at the end of the turn. There's nothing we can do to stop it. Go ahead and take your 100% chance to hit here. Maybe execute him now? He did it! Woody Hemp Pants Harrelson dropping the dank bomb. And in this case, he actually literally dropped the bomb. So, Keanu, I don't suppose your Claymore can catch both of these guys, can it? Oh, yes, it can.
It requires patience.
It does require patience, and it may also require revealing our boy Matthew McConaughey when we detonate that, and that's going to be bad. Wiffle ball / freedom pole. I think we move you in.
Says I am to obey.
Go ahead and have you take the shot at the Claymore. And if that destroyed the cover, it will reveal Matthew McConaughey. It did not destroy the cover. It did not reveal him. If this guy dies, that's a bad thing. Lady Gaga, you still have an action. You can take out the... Okay, take out the shield bearer then. This makes a silent killer of us. Get your brain punched out. And we gotta hope for this. We gotta go for the stealth kill here. And you know what? If you gotta take a little explosion damage, Matthew McConaughey, well, then I guess you're on fire. Yep, turns out they had him locked in. Well, let's just set the explosive and get the hell out of here, then. Matthew, flat circle McConaughey. I mean, you've already taken some amount of damage on this, and you're in the region, so why don't you go ahead and plant the X4. That'll summon some reinforcements while you stay nice and toasty warm over here.
Move to the extraction point for immediate evac.
Yeah, okay. We'll do that. So, extraction point for immediate evac. We can't call it on top. We should have called it before we moved over there. I always forget that you can't put the extraction point on top of someone.
My life is in your hands.
We're gonna bring Lady Gaga over here. Go ahead and nano med kit our boy. Any reason to hang out? Nah, I don't. I mean, we could stay around and do get some more trivial and pointless kills. Honestly, I think we're better off to just leave,
I will reposition.
Keanu, let's get you out of here.
That's a long run.
It's a long run, but Ficus over here, the potted plant of champions, she can do it. The Ficus really is kind of the potted plant of champions, actually. They're really a robust species. They'll grow in almost any kind of conditions. They don't necessarily need a lot of light. When it comes to champion potted plants, I kind of feel like the Ficus is a contender. Wide variety of adaptable to many soils. It's got a lot going for it.
This day is done.
Well, I mean, not yet, but shortly. Why can we not tab through guys? Cycle select here.
They're
Don't worry. It's gonna matter for like all of a third of a second.
I've had my fill.
Yeah, we're gonna go.
My fight is over.
Everybody's fight is over. The mission is over. Just leave. We don't need to stay around and butcher a bunch of helpless reinforcements. They can land and die when the facility explodes. It's a kind of a Douglas MacArthur sort of practicalism there. Why waste bullets on the enemy when you can just seize their food and starve them all? Why waste time killing those aliens when you can just let them land, fall out of their reinforcement APC into a catastrophic explosion, just kill them seconds later? Is the extra dozen or so seconds they're going to survive relevant? Are you that eager to kill the enemy that you want to deny them even a minute of life? You may be a little overzealous if that's the case. Operation Hellish Hydra wasn't really that hellish, and we dealt with an Archon King and a Sectopod on the same mission. And our team, I kind of feel like they didn't really break much of a sweat. Granted, after they dealt with both of those, they didn't have a whole lot left in the tank, which has me a little concerned for how the final mission is going to go, because not having a lot left in the tank is potentially a significant problem. But it's not a problem right now.
Commander, on your order, I can begin conducting an autopsy on
How come the Archon King has, like, cartoon graphics? Why does his photo look like it was drawn by Gennady Tartakovsky, the guy behind Dexter's Laboratory? This is a Dexter's Lab photo. I don't dislike it, I'm just saying it's not really congruent with the stylishly with what the rest of XCOM has going on. Reduce the Avatar project progress by 1. Woo. Avatar on the project progress, or progress of the Avatar project is delayed. More woo, I guess. The only real woo part of that scenario is that maybe, just maybe, that buys us enough time to get a covert operation off, because we should be, like, we should roll over to the end of the month momentarily. So there goes our facility in Western Asia that we destroyed. On the downside, we did eliminate one of our... Got an ambush. I'm going to say not now. Probably the only ambush we're really going to have is when we do our covert action in 4 days. And it seems like that actually likely will be our next mission.
Famous, Commander. Your reputation is spreading beyond the resistance.
Really?
And soon the whole world will be watching.
So what you're saying, El Huntador, is that my clout score has gone through the fucking roof? It's about damn time. Bring me those followers. Come running at me with that influencer money. I'm ready. 100% ready. I'm also 100% ready to wrap up the episode, I think, because our next one is, we're going to definitely get ambushed on that covert mission. The level 3 missions for revealing the Chosen, despite the fact that they always say, like, low or moderate chance of ambush, you basically get ambushed 100% of the time. I'm pretty sure those are hard-coded to generate an ambush, which is fine. That'll probably be our next mission in a meager 4 days until we get to watch Jay and Silent Bob waltz their way through that one.
From the very beginning, it was one failed science experiment after another.
What are you on about, Brad?
Even with the Advent forces, they tried to disguise it, but they're no different underneath all that armor.
Have you looked at Betos? There's something relatively different going on under that armor, John. I don't know how drunk you... I mean, you gotta be beer-goggling hard, Bradford, if you can't notice the difference between Betos and a regular vanilla human. If you look at those two entities and go, yeah, they're basically the same, you're drunker than I thought you were, and I honestly didn't think that was even possible, John. Didn't think it was possible. If you want to see Bradford explore the depths of depravity and drunkenness, I guess you might drop a like down in the comment section. Support really does mean a lot. Might also subscribe to see just how low Bradford can go before he finally hits rock bottom. I thought he was there. I thought not only was he at rock bottom, but I thought that he traded his shovel for a pickaxe and found a new low. But I was wrong. Every time I think the hole can't get any deeper, Bradford finds a way. It's amazing. Right now, though, thanks very much for watching. I'll see you again soon.